Grab a spoon, grab a snack, and let's have a Cheerio chat. I'm Grandpa Pete, and for the next few minutes, let's you and I talk about what matters most. He was born in a dusty village along the Nile, a boy who chased a football made of rags through the narrow streets, while the call to prayer echoed from the minaret. Known to his friends as Mo, he rose through the football academies of his homeland, a wiry forward with quick feet and quicker dreams. Europe noticed. Mo moved to Switzerland, then the bright lights of Liverpool. There, Mo became a sensation, scoring goals from impossible angles in front of 60,000 roaring fans and millions more watching at home. In the 2026 World Cup, Mo captained the team from Egypt. Although they are one of the world's oldest civilizations, Egypt had never won a game in the World Cup tournament, appearing for just the fourth time ever. It looked like they would be disappointed for the fourth time when they were down 1-0 at halftime against New Zealand. Mo rallied his team by scoring a goal to draw even, then assisted a teammate to pull them ahead. And finally, Egypt won the game 3-1. Mo led the team in a kneeling prayer, giving gratitude for their first World Cup victory ever. Through it all, he never hid who he was: a Muslim, an Egyptian, a man who fasted during Ramadan, even when matches fell in the middle of it. When critics questioned whether his faith would hold him back in the West, he simply answered with his play. In those same years, across Britain and beyond, reports of anti-Muslim hate crimes climbed as fear and anger found ugly outlets in the streets. Yet, quietly, something began to shift in the very places where Mo's face appeared on billboards and his name was chanted in stadiums. It was later shown that in the regions where his popularity soared, anti-Muslim hate crimes and violence dropped measurably. This wasn't because of laws or speeches, but because of one man's unapologetic, graceful example: praying publicly, giving to charity, and treating opponents with respect. Humanized a faith that had been reduced to headlines. People who had never met a Muslim began to see one every weekend on their television screens, and the image was not one of threat, but of excellence and humility. The boy named Mo from the Nile had done more than score goals. He had helped turn down the volume on violence. Now, you know what matters most about the Egyptian World Cup team captain, Mohamed Salah. One of my favorite parts of eating a bowl of Cheerios is the milk that's left behind. It's no longer just milk. It's been changed by everything that came before. Stories are like that. If we pay attention, they leave something behind in us. Here's what this story has left with me. They got this great big tall guy, he's 6'4" or 5", he jumped up and headed that ball in, and it was 1-0, and Egypt, things looked pretty grim for the Egyptian team. And then suddenly, from out of just, it seemed like out of nowhere, here comes some player. I didn't know who he was, but then they started talking. The commentators started talking about Mo Salah and what an amazing player he was. And now he's not only scoring, he's helping a teammate score. And that really moved me deeply. And at the end, when he brought his team together and they prayed on the pitch, that was truly remarkable. How much that victory meant to them, and yet they were giving credit to their God for helping them get there. And this was just a very deeply moving moment. And that made me wonder about Mo. And so that's when I found out about the Stanford University Business School students that did a study about the effect of Mo's playing for Liverpool had on anti-Muslim attitudes. And I thought that was truly an amazing thing. And it made me think about how one example, in the case of Mo, he's being seen by thousands of fans and cheered on, but we can't discount the fact that each one of us, in our example of tolerance, of love, against racism, against discrimination, and for our beloved country that we are privileged to live in, but not using that as something to look down on others who think and believe differently than us, that can have an effect, a ripple effect that in total can affect and change lives and change the culture in which we live. And now it's time for the toppings, the part of Cheerio Chat where you add your thoughts to the bowl. I told you my thoughts, and now I would like for you to share with me what matters most to you about the story you heard today. Contact me at cheeriochatpodcast@gmail.com. Well, your bowl is probably empty by now. Thank you for joining me for Cheerio Chat. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep thinking about what matters most. Cheerio Chat was hosted by Peter Giles and produced by Tater Giles. It is sponsored by digipix.com, who can help you preserve your videos, your photos, your stories, and whatever matters most to you.